Now, President Trump, in his 4th year in office, not a lame duck president, must nominate a replacement, and Mitch McConnell, as he has already vowed to do, must proceed apace. Oh, well, the hypocrisy. Well, you know, I mean, if you're looking for hypocrisy, let's see, last time around, what was different? Well, something very important was different. The Democrats controlled the White House. Barack Obama doesn't like this country, and of course, the Senate was in the hands of Republicans, and that's not the scenario we have now. The scenario we have now, and this is the McConnell rule, and in fact, if you go back and look at what he said in 2016, it still holds up, because he did say, and he clarified over the weekend as well, that when the Senate is in different hands, and the different party, then it doesn't happen. In fact, according to Mitch McConnell, it hasn't happened that way. I think he said since 1888 with Grover Cleveland. Is that what he said? Last time a president successfully nominated and had approved a justice for the Supreme Court when the opposing party held the Senate, control of the Senate. Hasn't apparently happened in a very long time. And I don't think that, we'll see what happens here. But it's going to be very exciting. And really what you have to worry about are the Democrats are crazy. We know that. And they're burning cities down already. So when they threaten to burn our cities down, which they're doing again, it doesn't really scare me much, because they're already smashing it. Another place in my neighborhood was smashed up last week in the middle of nothing. That would just happen because there are Democrats with hammers or something and need to smash things up. The Democrats threaten violence because they're a violent party, and now they're threatening rioting. We've got this woman, she's a writer for the Washington Post, you know, she tweeting over the weekend, and they're just so angry. They're all so angry and so crazy all the time, and they're violent. Even their women are crazy, violent people. What have they done to this party? It's a disgrace. My mother was a Democrat. I was raised in a Democrat household. John F. Kennedy was a Democrat. Communists shot him in the head, and now the communists have taken over the Democrat Party. It's really something to see. It's breathtaking, as they say. You live long enough, and you're going to see a lot of stuff. And certainly, everybody alive today is seeing a lot of stuff in short order. 2020 is a pretty wacky year, I've got to say. So the president is, and he was again on the Fox News channel this morning. He was on with Mark Levin last night for a full hour in a great interview, an extraordinary interview. President again on Fox News this morning for an extended period of time, and talking about all of these things. The Democrats, what is it, Nancy Pelosi, I think she has arrows in her quiver. She thinks it's medieval times. This is, once they get the new Green Deal, there will be no electricity and no machines. So we'll be back to bows and arrows, I think, pounding rocks together, good stuff like that. But she was on with her pal George Stephanopoulos, of course, a Clinton administration official. And George Stephanopoulos raised the idea, Pelosi didn't, of impeaching President Trump now over some ginned up, fabricated thing, just to distract or something, as though that's going to have any effect on anything. But George Stephanopoulos, he's a journalist, the mainstream news media, they're very objective, and a Clinton administration official. And he suggested not only impeaching President Trump, but also impeaching the Attorney General, William Barr. These people are like a third world invading army, the Democrats are. They're really anti-American. They're un-American as hell. The Constitution is toilet paper to them. And they can't wait if the president should follow, and it's the advice of none other than Ruth Bader Ginsburg in 2016, saying that if president doesn't stop being president in his fourth year, it's a 4-year term. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg said this in 2016, so I think we should adhere to her statements on the record to the New York Times from 4 short years ago, at the blink of an eye in the scheme of things. But now they're saying, oh no, and they're calling everybody hypocrites. I gotta tell you, 4 years ago you were saying the opposite of what you're saying now, then you're a hypocrite. And all the Democrats are saying the opposite right now of what they were saying 4 years ago. And to be fair, some of the Republicans are saying the opposite of what they said 4 years ago. And they too would be hypocrites in their statements. However, It is different, clearly, when the opposing party controls the Senate, and the Senate has the unique responsibility of approving the Supreme Court nominee selected by the president. So it is when you have the United States of America, the people, the voters, have put the Senate in the hands of Republicans and have put the White House in the hands of Republicans. And as Ruth Bader Ginsburg said just a short time ago, you're still president in your fourth year in office. You know, this is a different set of circumstances than what Barack Obama had with Merrick Garland when they controlled the White House but not the Senate. Sorry, that's just sort of the way that goes. And you can look at the numbers. I've got good audio from Ted Cruz on this. Look at the numbers over the course of our history. It depends on who controls the Senate. Surprise, surprise. And here we are with Republicans in control of the White House and the Senate. Barack Obama had the White House but not the Senate, and that was his problem. You see how that works? And I'm going to go with what Ruth Bader Ginsburg said in 2016 about a president being president for all 4 years and all that good stuff. That's not an exact quote, but I'll have it for you very shortly. A great deal to talk about just on that front alone, of course. My best girl and I, we went yesterday down to the Supreme Court, took a little jaunt. We went to the Eisenhower Memorial, the newly opened Eisenhower Memorial, and parked right there and looked at the memorial, took some pictures and stuff. And nice. I actually like it up close and personal. I like it better than I had liked it from a distance, the Eisenhower Memorial. And then we walked the short, less than a mile or so from the Eisenhower Memorial around the Capitol up to the Supreme Court to see the zombie army. You know, we love a parade, and we went up there to go see the zombie army. It wasn't as good as it was when the Kavanaugh hearings were going on, where they're crawling up and making noises like zombies and scratching at the bronze front doors of the Supreme Court. It was literally like a sci-fi movie. Yesterday, and we didn't go down Saturday. People gathered on Friday night. People gathered on Saturday. People gathered yesterday. It's really very culty. It's a very cultish party. And their worship, their hero worship of their people. They have, you know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they have coffee mugs and sweaters, and they have little tins of mints that have Ruth Bader Ginsburg on them. They have playing cards. They have all kinds of regalia and paraphernalia dedicated to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And they're a little crazy. Delete a little. They're crazy about all this stuff. They really are completely nutty about all this stuff. And I guess it's mostly because they love abortion so much. And they're up there yesterday screaming and ranting and raving that, let's see what will go away. They say abortion rights, as they like to call them, will go. Rights for who? Will go away. That's what they say. They say that gay rights, LGBTQIAA asterisk, that all those rights will go away. What other rights will go away, Michael? Name a right, it will go away if they're not in charge. Now, they're the ones that, of course, strip you of your First Amendment rights, of your rights to free speech, of your right to be heard, of your religious liberties. They're the ones that are looking to strip you of your Second Amendment rights. And I could go on from there. But they're the ones that strip you. You give them power like on a college campus, and yet your rights go away. The Bill of Rights don't apply on college campuses because lefties are dominant. And when lefties are dominant, rights are not really their thing. Taking away rights, that's their thing. But it's an amazing time, and 2020 just keeps getting more and more amazing. I kind of love this one. I mean, that's sad. I had a nice little old Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It shouldn't come as a big surprise. Apparently it shocked a lot of people, but at her advanced age and having battled cancer again and again and been in and out of the hospital recently for various things, it shouldn't have come as a complete shock, but apparently it did to a lot of people. And they wander up to the Supreme Court or wherever the thing is going on like zombies, and they cry and they bring flowers like she's Princess Diana, and it's very culty. I mean, I look at government officials in a very different way, I think. And Antonin Scalia, a great American, a great scholar, defender of the Constitution, of our rights, securing our liberties for another generation, Ruth Bader Ginsburg I wouldn't put into the same category. I understand you like her. She's cute. They've made multiple movies about her just in the last couple of years that are glowing, that glorify and all that stuff, and nice, that's all fine. So, the propaganda dominance of the Democrat Party in every area of media, not just news media, it's good to be a Democrat. But I'm marveling at what I'm seeing here and the insanity, the panic. They're threatening to stack the Supreme Court, add new justices to the Supreme Court because, here's the deal, and President Trump said as much this morning. Elections have consequences. He did say this morning. Elections have consequences. And, as Barack Obama said, we won, you lost. And President Trump is in the White House and Republicans are in control of the Senate. And the Constitution says that the president shall nominate and the Senate shall confirm or not. And that's where we are, boys and girls. And there is absolutely no reason that the president should wait because the Democrats are stamping their feet and threatening to throw Molotov cocktails at our national monuments because they're already doing that. So there's really no reason to fear the turtle, that is, that goes back to Mitch McConnell. I'll rephrase, and of course, Maryland. But never mind that. There's no reason to fear the threats, and they're saying they're just so crazy. We'll destroy the Supreme Court. We'll add 2 justices. We'll add 4 justices because you didn't win when Hillary was running, and because you don't control the Senate. So they're happy. They're threatening now. In a dangerous and creepy third world, un-American kind of way, to destroy the Supreme Court by adding seats to it gratuitously so they could regain power. Well, that's not really how that works, you crooks, you criminals, you slimeballs, but that's their plan. They're also talking about giving D.C. statehood to give them 2 more guaranteed senators, giving Puerto Rico statehood to give them 2 additional guaranteed Democrat left-wing radical senators. They're, hey, why not American Samoa and other places? And because they're threatening to expand the Senate in order to expand their own power base, because they're corrupt in the number of states in the Union, they would expand and have to increase the number. This is how anti-American, un-American they are. This is how angry and bitter, and what children they are, stamping their feet and clawing at their own faces like little lunatics with mental problems. They want to destroy everything because they can't win. They're spoiled brats. But they're more than that because they're adults who are crazed with power, and they will destroy the court, the Senate, do away with the filibuster, which, look, they've been talking about doing away with the filibuster and stacking the court and stacking the Senate, giving statehood to left-wing places for years and years. All it does is show how un-American they are and how incontinent they are and how vicious and how warlike, belligerent, and that they go right for the nuclear option every single time. And that's, we will destroy the court. We will destroy the Senate. We will throw out the rules. By the way, it was Harry Reid that did away with the filibuster for Supreme Court justice because it was going to benefit them one time. And so they don't care. They just burn it all down with Molotov cocktails. And it was Mitch McConnell that warned them at the time, you will live to regret this. And now here we are. And the media, they've erased that from everyone's memory because they're not a legitimate media. There's something other than a legitimate media. And that's just scratching the surface, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, there's a lot to talk about just on the Supreme Court. We are at 888-630-9625, 888-630-9625. Journalists at the Washington Post threatening riots. And I think it might be the first time they said there will be more bigger riots. More bigger riots. I'm like, wow, did the Washington Post just admit that there have been riots? That was a slip.